Yeah. This is the OOCL Scandinavia alongside at the Port of Felixstowe. She's just letting go her lines. I think she's possibly got one bow rope down. I can't quite see, but the mooring party are also just, I think, moving up to the springs, so they'll be offset. Oh, I can just see. Don't know if you can see it. I can just see one of the bow ropes. See if I can pick up a shot for that for you. Don't think I can. No. But you can see the mooring party little truck there. OOCL Scandinavia has got the Switzer Shotley at the bow, and the Switzer Deben, I think, after. I'm not entirely sure, actually. And I don't have enough facilities to be able to look. See the Deben on the Kent aft anyway. I'm sure someone will have a look and tell me. It is actually a very nice time of day. It's just around 7 a.m. and this is what's called nautical twilight. It's that kind of period before proper twilight when you can kind of see stuff but not terribly well. But it is light enough, certainly, to be able to distinguish the land over on the Harwich side of the harbour, and to kind of distinguish the outlines of ships moderately clearly. We'll see if we can pick up a decent shot of Shotley. She just sits there awaiting instructions. There she is. You can see the forward end of her superstructure, the wheelhouse and accommodation there. And she's been hitched up for 10 or 15 minutes. But I don't think she's pulling yet. In fact, I think I can definitely see the springs still ashore. Let's just have a look at that for you. Can't see any bow ropes, and I can't see any of the guys there. I think I can. Oh, I definitely see the springs as they come away from the bollard. You're looking just in front of the little truck, the mooring party's truck. You can see one of the springs just leading off from the bollard, and the springs, as always, are the last ropes to go. I think we can just see a member of the mooring party standing in front of the truck. They're just waiting for the foredeck crew on the ship to ease off the spring. And up on the bridge, the master and the pilot, and possibly the first officer, will be getting ready to actually move the ship away from the quay. Interestingly, if you look just ahead of the truck, you can see some kind of changing lights, and those I think are the reflections from shipboard or dockside lights on the water playing back onto the grey hull. Interesting effect. And they must be just about ready to ease off the springs. There we go. There goes the spring. Away you go. And the second one. And away that goes. And now it's that time when she can really be said to have left the port. That's 07:10 on Tuesday morning. If you're out there and watching, give me a shout. I'd love to hear from you. And it looks like the mooring party are now completely clear of the quay. There's, I think that's one of their vehicles just standing there beside the crane there. As you can see, it really is starting to get moderately light now. We're going to have, excuse me, we're going to have dawn coming up at about 7:20, by which time the ship should be clear of the quayside. Here's some mighty engines roaring. I'm not sure whether that's the ship's bow thruster. Certainly think I heard the bow line to the tug starting to stretch a little bit there. Good morning to you, Neil. I hope you're doing good out there. And I hope you've managed to get off before she sails. I don't know whether you've been working days or nights. You can certainly hear her moving, and you can actually see her moving now as well. As I think you can see, she's now well clear of the quay. I don't know whether we can pick up a shot of the bridge crew. Don't think we can. No, that's as far as we get. You can just about see possibly the reflective jackets, but that's about all you can see. Probably the master or first officer, probably the master, and the pilot out on the bridge wing. You can now see that the OOCL Scandinavia is well clear of the quay now. She's come off really quite fast. Just see if the tugs are pulling very hard. I don't think they are. There's a very light breeze, so they're not having to work too hard today, I think. So that's the Shotley out there at the bar, grafting away. See a bit of disturbed water around about where the prop wash is coming up, I guess. And so the very mighty OOCL Scandinavia is now coming away from the quay. Very nice. It looks as if her stern is out somewhat more than the bow. Can't really see from here. See if I can pick up a view of that. Hang on a minute. You can see from this shot that she has come out really with her stern. Looks like, excuse me, her stern is quite a long way further out than the bow. But she is moving ahead as well. I don't know whether the tug is actually pulling her ahead. It looks as if she is somewhat. And that's the Shotley again. The tugs here do an amazing job, I have to say. They have at Felixstowe, the Svitzer tug team have a terrific reputation in the industry for being extremely on the ball. They know exactly what they're doing every moment of the time. I've sailed with them in the dim and distant past a couple of times, and I have to say I was hugely impressed with their skills. I hope you can now hear. That sounds like OOCL Scandinavia's bow thruster bashing away. It doesn't sound like it's cavitating too much, which is quite unusual. Quite often you hear a lot of clanging and noise. Morning, John Boy. You hear that's our good friend, by the way. If you're a regular down here at the viewpoint, this is our good friend John Hunt, or John Hart rather, who is a voluntary clearer upper down here. Every day people come down here and make a disgusting mess. Don't stand in front of me camera, John. You bugger. Poor John. And he comes down. What are you doing there, John? Come and have a word with the people. It's young John Hart. What time did you get up, John?
5:30.
How much what?
5.
I beat you to it then, matey. There you go. And you thought you'd come down here and have a wander around?
Why not?
Excellent.
Try and keep yourself fit, you know.
If you're down here early in the morning, folks, come and have a wave at John. He'd love to see you. Gives you a wave every day. He's a happy chap. And he doesn't get paid for doing this. I'm told he does get free car parking these days. But he deserves it, because if the council down here had to do their own clearing up around the beach and around the parking area, it would cost them thousands of pounds a year. This man is a genuine local hero, I'm afraid I have to tell you. And I've known him for about 50 years, and in all that time he's been an excellent bloke. So that's young John Hart. As you can see, OOCL Scandinavia is now completely clear of the quay. She's actually starting to go ahead a bit. She's not going much, a couple of knots, knot and a half maybe. I have to tell you, if you think you might walk the dog or go out for a stroll this morning, now is a really lovely time. The day is, well, I think it's beautiful. It's quite calm. There's very little wind. The sea, or the harbour here, is very, very calm indeed. And it looks lovely. OOCL Scandinavia is a 400-metre long container ship. That means she's around a quarter of a mile long. That's big, isn't it? And I have to say, on past a couple of ships. I've walked from the bow to the stern, and it's quite a little march, really, and you do have to be a little bit careful where you step. Not very, but a little bit, because these are working environments and you have to take appropriate care. As you can see, she's now starting to pick up a little bit of steerage way. And the Shotley is creeping closer and closer to her bow, really, because she's going to reel in her own line. I think it just dropped in the water. I'm not sure whether you could see that. Morning to you, young Colin. I hope you're enjoying this view. Rather lovely out here, I have to tell you. I couldn't wish for a better place to be if you happen to wake up at ludicrous o'clock in the morning. We'll just see if we can pick up a decent view of these Fits of Kent, which is the stern tug. There she is. Unlike the Shotley at the bow, the Shotley is now fully unhooked from the ship, and there's looks as if she's coming back towards the stern. I'm not sure whether she's going to go on the ship's quarter or not, but we'll soon see. Right. You can see the Shotley just really loitering as the ship now goes past her. I'm just going to move the camera on the tripod, so you'll have to bear with me if you would. Famous last words. Mm-hmm. And Pauline Hazel says, I hope it unloaded. I need some prezzies. Hey, well, yeah, so do I, Pauline. Excellent stuff. Okay, and as you can see, I think now Shotley is kind of starting to go forward alongside the ship. I'm not sure whether to do something. I'm going to do something, a bit of what you might call a dramatic camera movement, but see what you think of it. The camera is going to get elevated, and this is what you call live video, isn't it, really? I don't know whether I can get away with this, to be honest. I think I can. There we go. Let's try that. How does that look? That looks a lot better. And we can actually see out to where the mighty ship is going. A bit of a tinker, because I didn't think we'd get this good a shot over the period of time, but there you go. Anyway, Pauline, glad to see you there, mate. OOCL Scandinavia is now on her way to Wilhelmshaven, Germany. So that's a few hours. And hopefully, the skipper will get some kip. One of the things that you note when you talk to one or two of the skippers on this kind of route is that, or on this kind of trip, is that when they're doing Northern European ports, they tend to be exceedingly busy. They really are busy as anything. And I've spoken to one or two skippers in the dim and distant past who have been really exhausted. But there you have it. That was the mighty OOCL Scandinavia departing from Felixstowe. Didn't she look good? I'm really pleased I came down to film her, because it's just the right time of day to get this video. Excellent stuff. Thank you so much for joining me. I really enjoyed your company. People have been in touch, and I know quite a lot of people have watched this morning. And we can all now wave goodbye to this monster ship. Won't see her again for a month or two. Well, a couple of months, actually, of course. There you have it. Looks as if that's a demon coming in. I'm not actually sure what tug it is, but there you go. I'm not going to worry about that. So there you go. That's the departure of the mighty OOCL Scandinavia, heading out into the North Sea. Just get a slightly better shot of her stern if I can. Not really. Actually, that's a rubbish shot of her stern. We can just, that's better. Okay, and I'll say thank you very much for joining me this morning. I'm now going home for some fried potatoes and egg. I'm looking forward to that. And I'll speak to you soon. I hope you like watching Felixstowe live. And I'll just play a little promo at the end, just for fun. Cheers, Colin.